his image, trying to get better, obviously, on defense, which is his specialty. But they fortified the offensive line last year. I think they'll keep going in that direction and become much more of a running team than they had been with Matthew Stafford leading them.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10. On 2nd and 10, Stafford. And he'll lay out and pull it in. What a diving catch there. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Going underneath to blow. Stop shy of the 45. Showed off a nice little move on the play, though. It's a gain of 7, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
Now Stafford, buying time to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And avoids the contact by sliding. A good decision in the end to pull it and run, gets him 9 yards and a first.
When they watch film of this game and hand out the grade sheets, he's going to really like getting a double plus on this play. Why? He scrambles and picks up a 1st down. But what else does he do? Protects himself by sliding and avoiding the big hit. Double plus, big-time play.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 49-yard line. Now the Notre Dame man, this is Theo Riddick. Trying to bounce it outside, but he's only able to get it back to the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Now Stafford under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this 1st quarter. Emmanuel Ogbah in there to sack him for a loss of 6. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough 3rd and long coming up.
Here we go.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. He's got this to the 30 before being taken down. And they pick up 25 as they convert on 3rd.
And this is why trying to cover the angle route is so difficult. Anyone playing the linebacker position, when they see a running back out of the backfield widen because he heads towards the flat first, oftentimes you widen too much and overcommit. He cuts up inside, and that's what we saw there. A nice pickup for a 1st down.
He'll wind up getting right about 4 there on the scramble, and it's 2nd down.
Nice job there defensively. A great time to dial up a blitz.
And give him credit under center instead of throwing it away. Actually a pretty good job of getting past the line of scrimmage, not losing yardage.
Hurry!
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. They'll find a man over the middle. It's Galladay. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. Now whistles and a flag down. Looked like one of the Lions linemen might have moved. The Lions on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Stafford. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
When this offense can get their tight ends involved, they can move the football. Here, a nice route, able to look it in and picks up the first down.
Throwing to Stafford, and that is caught. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson, a 9-yard touchdown grab. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Extra point good by Prater, and we are tied at 7. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. While we have a second here, let's peek back to the Super Bowl. The lowest scoring Super Bowl, Charles, in history, 13-3. And it took us 53 minutes to get our first touchdown of Super Bowl 53.
Can you believe they went into the half, 3-0 New England, Stephen Gostkowski with a field goal. Then they finally tie it up with Greg Zuerlein at the end of 3 quarters of the Rams knocking one through the post. The Patriots, the third team to win the year after losing the Super Bowl, the first since the Dolphins in 1972.
And, of course, the big number now for New England, 6 titles, and they are tied with the Steelers for the most ever. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. They go with Chubb on 2nd down, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11. Mayfield now. Open receiver, that's David Njoku. Oh, he sheds himself free. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. David Njoku, an 80-yard touchdown. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. When they drew that up, I don't think they envisioned it ending in a house call. But he got it and took it all the way home.
Really impressive run after the catch, wasn't it? That was really special by him. But let's face it, in today's NFL, those tight ends are often former wide receivers or maybe even sometimes bigger running backs. They just put them in a position to get a great matchup and make plays like that.
Jamal Agnew now to return it. What a spin. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Well, off topic, but we'd be remiss if we didn't point out what else was happening Super Bowl weekend. The Madden 19 Club Championship, second major this season, 2 more to follow. And our winner, Pavin, representing the Oakland Raiders. He took down the Vikings, and your favorite, Charles, I.B. Strafen. He had to reach for the ibuprofen after a 38-24 beatdown in the final.
Well, you know, if he was representing the Oakland Raiders, the Vikings went down, and they went down hard. That's how the Raiders do it.
How about Pavin, though, wins $100,000 for his efforts, also won Super Bowl tickets for the next day, unselfishly gave them to his father and his brother.
How about that? That's pretty cool. Congratulations, Pavin. Way to go.
On first down at Stafford. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Joe Schobert not dropping into coverage. He comes on the blitz and takes him down for a loss of 9. To throw on second down is Stafford. Being chased out left. And he'll be brought down right at the 45-yard line. A nice job of eluding the pressure there, scrambling for 11.
Partner, was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on second down.
To throw is Stafford. Underneath for Johnson. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The 21 yards there as they convert on third. 2 minutes to play here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Stafford now 9 of 11 passing in this first half. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. They'll fake it. Now Stafford under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Larry Ogunjobi breaking through to get him for a loss of 7. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Back to throw, Stafford. And Wilson has it. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. Stafford going to come up 1st and 10, and he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. From the red zone now, Stafford. Flushed out right. Caught on the right side by Jones. And he's able to work it here to the 8-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to...
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
Hurry up, here we go. 3-19. 3-19.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That's Njoku over the middle. And all the way to the opposite 45. And now we won't see a play on 1st down. We're going to get a timeout instead, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. On 1st and 10, Mayfield escaping the pressure right. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
I think the last 2 plays really illustrate how difficult it is to game plan against this guy, because you know he can throw the football.
And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. On 3rd down, Mayfield. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10. The final shot before the break. Stafford over the middle, and it's incomplete. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down. 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done, they're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
Space to maneuver at the 40. He's at the 50, the 30, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, 74 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Still plenty of time left in the game, but now starting to pull away a little bit. Get some breathing room with that one.
And I don't want people to think that NFL locker rooms are cookie cutter, that everyone's saying the exact same thing in every situation. But I do know that all 32 teams have an emphasis on starting fast. Game, second half, no matter what. Whether it's first 5 minutes, first 3, whatever. This was a big score to start the second half.
That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
Sometimes we wonder about play calls, but this one made perfect sense to me. He's got the only touchdown that they've scored in this game. Tried to get it to him again on another deep ball.
Over the middle here to Wilson. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him. Doc Wilson for Lions first. Here's Stafford. He gets this one to Bruce Ellington. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed. Because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. Stafford to Jones, enough for a Lion first down.
Here we go.
From the 50, it's Stafford. Forced out, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Here's Stafford now on second down. And he's going to go down again.
Okay, let's go back a little bit and see if my schooling comes to the front. What's that old saying? Those who forget the lessons of history are doomed to repeat them. That's the same guy who's gotten back-to-back sacks. I think a double team may be in order.
After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. Out of the gun, Stafford. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. Now he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion.
But when you hit him on the move like that, he's able to get into open field with a full head of steam.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there, back at the 39-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Myles Garrett in there to drop him, and sacks on 1st and 2nd downs are going to lead to a 3rd and long. After the sack, Stafford and the Lions come up on a 3rd and long situation. A shotgun snap for Stafford. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. The 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Browns defense has a touchdown. This D wanting to put it away before we even get to the 4th quarter, widening that margin a bit further.
And while they won't just empty the bench just yet, if you're a backup, Start loosening up. I think he'll get a chance to play before this one is over now with that type of a cushion.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time, decent field position through the pick six. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on offense. Try and press the advantage a little bit. They just have to be better with the football on this possession.
So that didn't bother you too much last time?
No, because it's exactly what you're supposed to do. You can't have good field position, not try to take advantage of it. Sometimes the defense makes a good play, too.
And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Stafford now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Stafford. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. Touchdown, Detroit. Luke Wilson, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Lions are able to cut into this lead. So he's hit pay dirt twice, but still they're facing that deficit here in the second half.
So they're going to see if they can continue to find ways to get him the football, because obviously something is working for him to find the end zone twice. In any event, however this turns out, he's going to be hard to deal with in the film room, isn't he? He's going to want to know why he's not getting more passes thrown to him.
Those big tight ends are getting greedy. Throwing is Stafford, and he's got it for the two-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. So quick on the spin.
He's spinning, man.
And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Browns getting set to go. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? I mean, they score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you can take the spirit away from another team. That their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
First down yardage on the first play of the drive. Give him 14. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level, because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
That burst good for 20 and a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Mayfield on first down. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. First down, Mayfield. Drops it off for Chubb. And he is going to lose yardage here. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Mayfield now on second down. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. Nevin Mason with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 14-yard line. After the interception, here's Stafford. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. From the gun, here's Stafford. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they're able to bring him down at the 20. 14 yards is the pickup there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the...
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they're going to set up shop at the 27-yard line.
Partner, we always talk about possessions being at a premium in these games, and now in this situation, throwing an interception here when you have to claw your way back in, that one's going to hurt, and in a big way.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure applied, and he's going to be taken down. They sack him back at the 33-yard line.
I know there'll be a little bit of criticism there because they went right back to the air after the huge pickup and ended up getting sacked. That's often a play that you make. You feel like you've got momentum on your side.
Unfortunately, the O-line failed to hold up to try to keep that momentum going. Excellent work that time to get free, and for his exploits, he's going to be left with just a 3rd and 3.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock is going off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the forced turnover on defense leads to 6 points. So up comes Mayfield as his guys will go for 2. They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone again. And he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Here's the Detroit offense now as they head back out onto the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Demarius Randall that time there to knock it free.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on first down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on first down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock the Albert away and bring up second down.
And he's taken down. This will be a Brown sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Third and long. It's Stafford. Looking downfield for Jones. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on fourth down. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Flush to his right. Now on the run, he'll throw it back deep over the middle. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Lions turned away on fourth down. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
Hurry up, here we go. 3:19. 3:19.
Mayfield now looking to throw on first down, eluding the pressure right. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's second down.
They brought the blitz that time, and I thought they were going to get to him, but instead, he flipped it on its ear and ended up picking up positive yardage.
I thought he was dead to rights, but you are exactly correct, sir, able to turn that into a positive gain. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a first and goal. Here's Mayfield. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. He was looking to get it to Jarvis Landry that time. That'll bring up second down.
All right, here we go. Green 39. Green 39.
From the gun, Mayfield. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Jared Davis coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number. We can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
That time 12 yards on the pass play, but still shy of where they needed to go. Fourth and that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Darren Fells there to make the grab, and the Browns add 6 to their lead. They had the lead in the fourth, but still passing. Finding the big target for the touchdown. Now that lead grows even more.
Everybody gets to join in the fun. You know, it doesn't have to just be the wide receivers catching touchdown passes. The tight end doesn't just have to do just the dirty work inside. He gets a chance to get into the end zone as well.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. Well, Charles, he's thrown 5 picks in a game before, and right now, after that one, he's standing on number 4.
And right now, your defensive coordinator is asking the offense coordinator, can you do anything to slow this down? Because my guys have to keep running back out on the field. So play calling may come into it a little bit, maybe run the ball a little bit more. But a lot of it depends on the scoreboard. They may have to keep throwing it.
Nevin Lawson there on the tackle. second down. Mayfield over the middle, complete. It's Charles. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. Time for a break. Back to finish it off on EA Sports after this. The Browns on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. To throw, Mayfield. He's got an open man. He completes it to Callaway. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This is one of our guys.
But she's singing, too.
Oh, she's singing. She's
on, like, the 5th tune at this point.
She left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
He juked him, and he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest.
Don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Use that as ammo going forward.
Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling.
No, you don't want that feeling again.
And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. Larry Ogunjobi in there to get him his 2nd sack now of the afternoon. Throwing on 3rd down, Stafford. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit, and receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open, otherwise just don't do it.
And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
And to me, that touchdown allows you to start grinning widely on your sideline. I think they pretty much locked this one away.
Yeah, that's the clincher, the proverbial icing on the cake, if you will. Extra point right down the middle, and that will extend this big lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, they need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise.
And he's taken down, trying to do a little too much, getting outside of the pocket, and it results in a sack.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
To throw on 2nd down is Stafford. Now a desperation throw. He's got him in. Complete. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. A very nice pickup of 33 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Stafford. He's going to let it fly. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Brian Bonnie Calhoun. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Oh, this is taken in. It's It's complete. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
Somebody call for the queen.
I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. I had me some breaks by the morning. I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on. Picture me, Pacific ice on my ocean. Ready for war like I'm rush. My neck and my belly, they calling for me and they, you want me like me and I look, yeah, hurry. Yeah, whole squad, yeah, squad goes on me, yeah, make some orange gel on my toes, yeah, Farrakhan glass for the trolls, yeah, you can go and get mad, jumping in the bed with 2 dark teeth, who do? In the bag, man, getting all type of cash, I'm a general true. I never anybody, but I got something to do with that. I got the streets on my back, carry it like I'm moving the. I told him the hunter, like he trying to move it up. It was like 11 in the morning, skipping school, that's a truancy about it. I made me some rest in the morning, I had me a pop by the morning. I had me some breaks by the morning, I had a six by the morning. I got on a meat, no pneumonia. The rats keep me up on the podium. I had a in my shoulder, you got a vision.
You got a picture me. Send me calling. Ready for war like Korea. Headlining shows out in Poland. You should be cleaning my mansion. My peasants disgusting. Why don't you act like a Hoffman and go get to dustin'? Yeah, latex on my. Go clean my crown. Can't hear my haters from way up here. They don't make a sound. Money goes on these. White paint on my toes. When I see that new.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League comes to you from Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, Michigan. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Ford Field tunnels, and the noise level in this place just about off the charts. They are set for football as the Lions get ready to do battle with the Cleveland Browns. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets past one man. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Now a play fake here on first down. And his throw is going to be incomplete. Kenny Golladay is intended receiver. And it's second down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. And he goes across the 20 to the 22. Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave him with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on run downs. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
To throw on third down, Stafford. And they will take over at the 26-yard line. How about the big boys snagging one? You don't see that every week.
No, you don't, but a lot of them are just reliving their old dreams, going back to when they were in youth football and in high school. They didn't always play defensive line. Some of them actually handled the football, and you can see the flashback when he grabbed that one.
First carry for Nick Chubb. And he's going to take this down to about the 17. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb from 17 yards out, and the Browns have taken the early lead. Solid job up front, really just a solid job all the way around to get that one in.
That was well executed, wasn't it? Well blocked, well run. End result, 6 points.
Touchdown. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at the 40. Now a handoff. Johnson. And now nothing but green ahead of him. Touchdown, Detroit. Kerryon Johnson, 60 yards. And the Lions are an extra point away from tying this thing up. Well, go ahead and strap in, partner. Less than 2 minutes in, had the score on the one side. A quick answer, though, to get the equalizer.
Sometimes you get that sense of urgency that ratchets up, right? When you give up an early touchdown like that, you just know you're like, okay, how do we go back and equalize things? Can we get it done fast? And they absolutely did. Essentially, we're back to even, aren't we?
Now Stafford into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Well, CD, the NFL held its awards show the night before the Super Bowl, and as you and I had speculated the last few weeks, Patrick Mahomes, MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, and for the 2nd straight season, how about Aaron Donald, Defensive Player of the Year?
Yeah, Donald was expected. We knew that was going to happen. Mahomes, we thought would happen. There was that school of thought that maybe Drew Brees might walk away with the MVP since he's never won one, but Mahomes a deserving winner. How about the Offensive Rookie of the Year? Saquon Barkley with the Giants. Many thought it might be Baker Mayfield with Cleveland.
Yeah, Defensive Rookie of the Year, Darius Leonard of the Colts, and the Colts Comeback Player of the Year, Andrew Luck, and very deservedly so.
I would say that for sure, and he beat out J.J. Watt, who also would have been a deserving winner. Coach of the Year, I thought, was a close vote, or probably should have been closer to me, because I thought Anthony Lynn from the Chargers deserved some respect, but Matt Nagy of the Bears, he ends up winning the award. They went 12-4 in his rookie season.
And then last one we need to mention, Chris Long of the Eagles, well-deserved vote. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Christian Jones able to get him for a loss of about 3.
Well, the beauty of screen passes is they take a little time to develop, and they can often hit big, but sometimes they take too long to develop, and sometimes you get sacked.
Yeah, what's perfectly called for a defense to attack a screen?
Typically a blitz, and even though people think that the screen operates against the blitz, if you have the blitz called and you still cover the screen, that allows your blitzers to get there.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Here we go now. Blue 90. Blue 90.
From the shotgun, it's Mayfield. That is caught by the former Gator Antonio Callaway. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10.
Here we go now.
On 1st down, they'll run with Chubb. Room to run inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. Well, they're making a real first-quarter statement with a run game, no doubt.
For those who remember old-school football, running it, establishing things, seeing backs find holes, get through them, they've got to like what they're seeing from this unit so far. Right now, they've decided to, as you've said, establish the run game, and they've been successful doing it.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
Detroit!
On 1st and 10, Mayfield to the right side, and he's got Landry complete. And now running right through it. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
And let's face it, what we just saw there, not a surprise, is it? I mean, this is what he does well. And if you don't tackle him as soon as he catches the ball, this is the end result. Big yardage afterwards.
Got the speed, the agility, so good with run after catch. And we're only in the first quarter, so they better get a wrangle and a hold on that quickly.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And what's really difficult to try and defend him is if you want to press him so that you get him on the ground quickly after the catch, a lot of times he'll just run past you at the initial point of contact, and he'll go deep.
And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Only a yard in the completion. It's 2nd and goal. They'll give it to him up the middle. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up 3rd.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
3rd and goal, they're going with Chubb. And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, so no help there. And now 4th and goal. They'll run for it. Chubb fights off the defender. And this winds up a disaster, nowhere near the marker. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And the Lions will take over. Before this next drive gets going, we need to discuss the Hall of Fame inductees. There will be 8 in the 2019 class. We got Champ Bailey, Tony Gonzalez, Ty Law. Who else am I forgetting in there?
Well, how about a big guy, a lineman, Kevin Mawai, who was absolutely terrific in his career. How about Ed Reed with the Baltimore Ravens and the great job he did in the secondary there. Pat Bowlen, Gil Brandt as contributors, the owner of the Broncos and the longtime scout with the Cowboys. And I love the senior committee bringing in Johnny Robinson, the safety with Kansas City.
Tony Gonzalez was a first ballot guy. And, of course, when I hear Ty Law's name, you think, wow, he started this great Patriots dynasty that we're still living in.
You're exactly right. And the Patriots, with all of their championships, probably underrepresented in the Hall of Fame.
They'll try and run for it. Here's Johnson. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
Not the result they were looking for there on 3rd down. They end up taking a loss on the play. The only person happy now, the punter, gets to go out there and show Mom that he gets to play in the game.
And he won't get there. They stop him a few yards short of the line to gain. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. A first down throw for Mayfield. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Jared Davis leading the surge there. He drops him for a loss of 6. And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big...
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Nick Chubb, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Browns add on to their lead. And it's up. It's good. Our score, 14-6. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. Oh, nifty juke there.
Not much fun for a guy trying to tackle him.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get ready to take over. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down. Back to throw, Stafford. And he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he'll get up near the 45. They'll spot it at the 44. Give him 9 on the play, and it'll be second and about a yard. They'll hand it off now. Johnson. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
That's a nice run by Kerryon Johnson, the rookie out of Auburn who went in the 2nd round to the Lions. And Brandon, you have to give Lions credit. They keep trying to find that running back that can be dependable for them so they don't have to use Theo Riddick as more of a 3rd down back as their primary ball carrier.
They're certainly hoping to find it in Johnson, the 2017 SEC Player of the Year. He'll buy some time right, and he dumps it off to Blount. And he's got this down to the 35. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
Looked like the defense put pretty good pressure on him, but he's able to flush out to his right to try and evade people. On the run, had to get on his horse. Still accurately throws a nice pass for a first down.
A first down carry here for Johnson. Finding room to the 20. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
The Lions into the red zone for the first time. They've got a 1st and 10 at the 11. They try the left side with Johnson. Oh, nice move. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. Kerryon Johnson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. Prater for the extra point. And the lead is cut to 1 at 14-13. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. Football going back to the Cleveland Browns here. All right, let's take a peek back at last season. 7-8-1. You mentioned it earlier. They were a few breaks away from being a playoff team. Hard to believe. But now you go into the offseason for the first time in a long time, Charles, with expectations going into next year. And
how excited is everyone to actually have expectations rather than being the laughing stock of the NFL? You just mentioned they went 7-8-1, 0-16 in 2017, so everyone would take that. But you're right. What's the next step? Baker Mayfield, a quarterback, they believe they can contend for a playoff spot next year. They still will need some help on the defensive end, but what a great place they've started. Myles Garrett at defensive end, Denzel Ward at cornerback, both of them going to the Pro Bowl this season.
They'll run for it. Here's Chubb. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this.
No. Check. Patriot.
They go play action here on first down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Devon Kennard coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Chubb on the counter. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. No gain on the play this time, and it'll be a 3rd and long situation coming up. The Browns on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Mayfield down. Sliding out of the pocket. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. And a diving grab. I think he got that. Yes. They get 12 yards back, but it still leads to a 4th and long. And now the Lions going to stop us momentarily as they call a timeout. As they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. Mayfield to throw for it on 4th. That's complete over the middle to Callaway. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there.
Back 99 Philly. Here we go.
First down, Mayfield. Flushed out right. And the ball is knocked out, and the Lions have recovered.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
Following the fumble recovery, Stafford. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. First play of the drive going for 14 and also going for a first down.
One of the advantages of zone defense, as I remember it, is being able to see the play develop in front of you. One of the disadvantages, when they find those levels where they can hit you with it. Sometimes behind the corner and in front of the safety, it makes it tough to defend.
The final shot before the break, Stafford. He's got Wilson, middle of the field. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Browns are going to get the second half kickoff, and they've got this lead as well as we are back and underway. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the 3rd quarter.
I like the way you term that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies, try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? That sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. Now a second down throw for Mayfield.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, He looked like one of those guys.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
On 3rd and 1, here's Mayfield. And the 3rd down pass falls incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed, if there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. Feeling like they're not quite in field goal range yet. They're going to go for it on 4th.
Patriot! All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky.
4th down, Mayfield. That's complete. It's Charles. And he's able to get it to the 33. Good enough for a 1st down. Give them credit. They knew what they wanted to dial up on 4th. They executed it for 9 yards, and the offense stays out there. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Mayfield now looking to throw on 1st down. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
To win any route, you've got to break down the defender, and that's exactly what happened here on this really nicely executed curl route.
Mayfield on play action. And this is caught by Fells, right side. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. A little risky there when you roll out of that pocket right like he did. You complete the pass, but you don't get anything out of it.
But how many times have we seen when a quarterback exits out of the pocket, doesn't matter whether they go left or right, the defense loses its leverage, right? There's a little chaos back there, and receivers come open. Great discipline on that play. They didn't let that happen and held it to no gain.
And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
The Browns on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14.
Detroit!
They go play action. Mayfield. And under the Lions' pressure, he's brought down. Sean Robinson with a big-time sack on 3rd down. And it'll be a loss of 7. Now Mayfield on 4th down. And all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. Rashard Higgins, 32 yards. And the Browns add 6 to their lead. Wow, talk about a big 4th down conversion for the score. Defensively, how do you let that happen?
I think you start with the offense, and you give them credit for going for it and having that kind of, well, let's face it, audacity. But defensively, I think you're right on target, partner. There's no way something like that's supposed to happen in that situation. You're supposed to be able to shut that down. And get the ball back for your own team. Instead, they give up not just a big play, but a touchdown.
So we get a look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the 2nd half. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Here's Stafford now on 2nd down. Dumping it off for Johnson. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. Give him 11 yards. At time and a new set of downs. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Now a 1st down throw. Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play emerged.
Throwing deep for Galladay. And got his man complete. A gain of 32 that time.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. They pitch it out to Johnson. And the lane closes up quickly as he'll get about 3 down to the 38.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
On 2nd down, here's Stafford. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. 17 yards on the pickup there. The drive will continue. It's a 1st down. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs. Hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it in, throw it, go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
Back now at Ford Field. It's the Lions trailing, but with possession of the football as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. They come out here in the I. They'll go to Blunt, try and pound it in. Able to get a couple here, but won't get across the plane as they stop him right around the 1.
Well, it's been the flag.
And now they're looking for the big boys to get him in the end zone. Couldn't do it there.
It'll be interesting to see. Offensive lines had to pass block a lot on this drive.
And he's going to take it in for a Lion touchdown. LeGarrette Blount punching it in from a yard away. And the Lions are a 2-point conversion away from tying this game. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Stafford. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And they'll be down just outside of the end zone at the 1-yard line. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Browns offense trotting back onto the field, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Now Mayfield, and the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Defensive end gets in there that time. They were in a 4-3. What's the responsibility of the ends versus the tackles there, Charles?
Well, most of the time when you talk about the ends, they're your pass rushers. They're the guys that you turn loose to try and get to the guy who's going to throw the football. The tackles, usually more of the run-stuffing variety. But the way this game...
And he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Mayfield. And he rifles it complete, caught by Landry. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17.
Doesn't matter whether it's a zone coverage or man coverage, the drag route can be effective when it's run well.
Couple of first downs to kick off the drive. Here's 1st and 10 up at the 46. Handoff comes to Chubb. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long.
Gone! Hurry up, here we go. Blue line it.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Breshad Perriman, 47 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he will take it back only to about the 13-yard line here.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
They begin the drive with Johnson. Some strong running at the 20. And able to get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 2.
Let's go, man. Let's go.
They go to Johnson again. And they'll bring him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 6 and good enough to move the chains.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Joe Schobert.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Following the interception, Mayfield. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
One of the great coaches said football is really a simple game. Rush theirs, protect yours. And he's talking about those guys throwing the football. In this situation, the rush one, hitting the quarterback and forcing him into an incompletion.
Mayfield looks to throw. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
Here's Mayfield. Underneath for Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. 6 yards on the pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brashad Perriman, 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Browns add 6 to their lead.
So whatever happened to rookie quarterbacks taking time to adjust to life in the NFL? Because this guy looks like he's been doing it for about, 7 years? 4 touchdown passes? That's not something rookies are supposed to be doing with the ease in which he's doing it.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Now the Lions offense, they get ready to head back out there. Stafford and the Lions now have it 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Completing it here to Marvin Jones. A very solid gain of 27. And at this stage, down in the second half, looks like they just wanted to find a way to get it in the hands of their playmaker, and they did.
I think you're exactly right.
And they drop him for a loss, but penalty markers are on the field. Let's see about the call. Maybe a frustration penalty there because he's picked them apart.
They've tried their best to get to him and haven't done it successfully. A penalty is a result of that hit there.
So now a fresh set of downs, 1st and 10 after roughing the passer. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And Jones has it over the middle. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 23 yards on the play.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely. Great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. T.J. Jones from 10 yards out. And the Lions are able to draw a bit closer. And if you blinked, you probably missed that touchdown drive. It happened in a hurry.
I was just putting mustard on my hot dog, and all of a sudden he's in the end zone. I've got to do a better job of paying attention with this quick strike offense.
I thought you were going to tell your wife about the hot dogs in the booth thing.
I just didn't I?
Yeah, you did. You did. They'll try and run for it with Johnson. And he'll get in for the 2 points, as that'll cut the lead down from 11 to 9. They get the conversion. And, Charles, when you only have 2 yards to go, what do you think of the toss play? Because initially it kind of sets you back a little bit.
It does, especially if you get a lot of pressure coming towards you. But if you can get to the edge, if you seal the edge with your blocking, often your tackle or your tight end on what they call the play side where the ball goes, you can get to the corner, and that allows those big guys to get out ahead of the runner.
The Browns offense heading back out to take possession. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Time for a break. We'll come back and see this one out after this. This, in all probability, another run here on 2nd and 8. And again, it's Chubb. He's got some breathing room. 20. And oh, so close as he takes it all the way to the 2-yard line. A big play that time out of Chubb. 43 yards. They'll run with Chubb. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Nick Chubb taking it in from 2 yards out. And the forced fumble defensively leads to 6 points for the Browns.
All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
Working out of the gun, Mayfield. And intercepted. Maybe the turning point they need. A great read, and it's picked off. He's got the lane, and there he goes.
But there's some excitement, right? Go for 2, and instead it gets picked off. And how about the return? Give him a lot of credit, though, for not giving up after the play.
Yeah, the troops rallied.
Exactly, and getting back there and making the tackle and not giving up 2 points themselves.
That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. And Detroit getting set to go now. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
To the right and complete to Galladay. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. 23 yards on the play. On first down, Stafford here. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by the linebacker, Joe Schobert. And they will finally stop him, but a great return. Gets that football all the way down to the 16-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time...
And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. Brashad Perriman, a 16-yard touchdown. And the Browns take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash this one in. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. And Detroit getting set to go now. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 12. Now a play fake it at Stafford. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
On 3rd down, Johnson. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. He's able to chew up 8 yards on the carry there, but still 4th down upcoming.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
10.
One last throw here for Stafford. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. With that, we say so long, everyone, from Ford Field.
No introduction really necessary. Get the message like a secretary. Boy, I'm legendary. When I'm dead and buried, still be kicking flavor in the cemetery. Trap music originator. Fresh off of my hiatus. Yelling you to all my haters. They skywalk, I'm Darth Vader. Promise I don't give a about them. Let them out 20 red till them don't need nothing. Yep, like in the Kango enter. New Cadillac with an all-go hammer. Long as I remember out of Atlanta. I can give a about a dog. Used to getting things from a text. So I count setting numbers in the hood. Do what I say do. Tell break bread or fake dead. A bit to hate that. 50 million a year died to make that middle. You vote for Trump, you see me outside, well, you know what's up. I ain't hearing no peace talk, ain't funny, no hee-haw. Like the Black Panther week to the T, try me weak. Swear to God, I could have been Freddie Gray. Or Mike Brown, get down with a on me and a half a let me buy Sandra Bland. Listen, boy, you're challenging with the running man. I would challenge with a hand. What you see before you, what they told you from nothing, man. Grand hustle over everything. And hit the king like an 18-wheeler in and out of air lane. Never been a part of the in crowd. Got a problem with me, I say, y'all got the same friend that I came in with, ducking all that lane.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the heart of Texas and the very wonderful AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Cleveland Browns. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. first down, Mayfield. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that one falls incomplete. Looked like he might have had position there, but he couldn't hold on at second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
Line of scrimmage, again the 25, 2nd and 10. A give, this is Chubb, and he'll get this one up to the 26. 1 yard, the official pickup there, so it's going to set up 3rd and 9.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Just what the Browns needed there. Good for a gain of 17. A run for Nick Chubb. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Tackle there by Leighton Vander Esch.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive line.
And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means other guys on his team helped him out a lot. If they occupy people, they're allowed to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. That's already the 3rd time they've looked his way on this opening drive. He's caught 1 of the 3.
That doesn't mean they won't continue to go in that direction. It feels like they think they've got something good going there, and they think those numbers are going to increase.
They're indeed going. It's Mayfield. And this is caught. He hits Landry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 4th down, no problem. 19 yards that time, but now it's 1st and 10. So from Cowboy territory now, here's 1st and 10 at the 43. From the gun, Mayfield. He sets to fire deep. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Breshad Perriman, 43 yards. And the Browns add on to their lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. Shifts by him. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. So Prescott of the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 22. Here's the first carry for Ezekiel Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. He's still barreling through. And all the way down to the 26. A big run that time by Elliott. Give him 52 yards on the ground. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Jeff Swain, 26 yards. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. Now the try here for the point after. The extra point splits the uprights, and we are tied at 7. So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
All right, now look at 56. Look at.
Now a second down throw for Mayfield. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. And that one results in 35 yards.
You know I'm going to lean towards the defender, right? You know I'm going to do that.
I know.
That's a tough situation for him as I see it. But the truth of the matter is, that ball was not streaking towards him. That little arc on it, he's got to find a way to get his head around to make a play on the football.
He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out, incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Right, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player, not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
A 6-yard pickup on the ground that time, and that'll make it 3rd and 4 coming up. To throw, Mayfield.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another 1st down.
And after that completion, you can understand why so many teams in the league are emphasizing speed on defense at every position. The tight ends have created so many tough matchups now. If you can't run with a tight end as a linebacker, this is going to be the result every time.
And now running right through him. And it looks like he'll be just a yard shy of the 5 here as he's out at the 6. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. They run, Chubb, and he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. Nick Chubb, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Browns are able to cash in for 6. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
The point after is good, and that makes the score 14-7. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Well, Charles, as the Cowboys take over here, what do you think of the season that Dallas had? Yes, they get in the playoffs, but that's now 6 straight divisional round games that they've lost.
And that doesn't make you feel great as an organization, but think about this season. They started 3-5, ended up winning their division, questions about their head coach Jason Garrett's future. They finished 7-1 to claim that 3rd NFC East title in 5 years. And then they added a playoff win over Seattle as well. So I think the future looks good for Dallas. I also like what they're building in terms of Dak Prescott, Ezekiel Elliott on offense. But how about on defense? They got 2 of the better young linebackers in the league, and Jalen Smith and Leighton Vander Esch. Build around them and watch for the Cowboys to be in the mix in years to come.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A 1st down carry by Elliott. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this 1st quarter. Sitting alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin as it is Cowboy football to begin quarter number 2. They've got a 2nd down at 5 here to start things out. They'll run it now out of the gun. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one will go down as 33 yards on the third down conversion.
47.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And able to get about 3 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Staying on the ground. This time it's Smith. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Tackle made by Demarius Randall.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
We got 3. 3 down. 3 down. Hey, fellas, we got 3. Let's go.
Throwing. Prescott. And it's complete. It's the Carter-Cooper connection. But he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. And that'll be enough to keep the drive moving forward. Another first down on the pickup of 5 yards. The give is to Elliott. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15.
Count me as a little bit surprised by what we just saw there because this has been a pretty long drive, and normally you think that wears down a defense. In this case, looked like the offensive line let them down a little bit.
They allowed the penetration and the ability to stuff them for a loss. This offense 2 for 2 on third downs on this drive. They're in for a tough test here, though. 3rd and long. To throw is Prescott. Dancing to his left. That is caught at the 7-yard line. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. They pick up 10, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And now the passing game here in the second quarter starting to heat up a little bit.
Don't you feel the rhythm starting to happen, right? You see it now. The confidence is starting to rise. I think now as a play caller, because that has happened, you lean on it a little bit more. You don't go totally away from...
And Beasley's got it. Touchdown, Cowboys. Cole Beasley, a 5-yard touchdown. And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying the football game. They'll let Elliott try and run it in. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
To the right side and complete to Njoku. And down he'll go at the 25. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up the score.
On third down, it's Nick Chubb. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. So 2 minutes to go in a wild first half. We're back to Arlington right after this timeout.
Watch it now, Barney!
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll get this up to about the 40. 9 yards on the first down. Keeper in it's 2nd and 1. The Browns trying to get back and set quickly here. Time ticking away. Now Mayfield. They shakes it, but he can't get away forever, and down it goes. Malik Collins able to drop him for a loss of a couple.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far. So maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup. So in the second quarter, he's already up over 100 yards receiving now.
And isn't 100 the magic number for a really good game for a receiver? So he got a chance to really shatter that and have a profound effect on this game.
This quarterback now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. Mayfield steps away to his left. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Okay, he's not going to get the first down, but this is still a nice job of buying some time and then running to get to the sideline and get out of bounds and avoid the big hit.
Leopard! Leopard! Now let's go! Green!
2nd down, Mayfield. Dumping it off for Johnson. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands. That's why sometimes you just swing it out to your runner, get him out in the flat, and let him have a chance to make people miss an open field.
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Browns passing game finding its stride. They've got another first down. First down throw from Mayfield. Screen play, Johnson. And he's going to lose yardage and be backed up to the 25. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Got to give some credit there defensively. They snuffed out that screen early on first down.
Really read it well, didn't they? Because they didn't bring the pressure that they expected. They covered all the passing lanes. So once you see it break down as the passer, I think in this situation...
Now the ball comes loose. It's picked up by the Cowboys. Final play of the first half, barring a penalty, as they come up on 1st and 10. Final play of the half, Prescott. This one caught left side by Cooper. And they'll get him down here at the 23. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. The Cowboys will get the football first here, and they have the lead as well as we are underway in quarter 3. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this 3rd quarter. And both of these defenses have been stifling these last few drives offensively, just not able to get anything going, so what needs to change?
I think a lot of the guys will go back and review, so to speak, because everyone has someone assigned to how did each play work. Okay, what did we use that kind of worked for us during this game? Try and get back to some of those plays, as well as the possibility of showing something you haven't shown already in this game and trying to change things up.
We'll see if they take the advice of Mr. Davis. A gain of 6 there on first. And just a small glimpse there as to why they like this rookie so much.
And that's why they lit up a little bit in our meetings with the coaching staff, didn't they?
Yeah, when we talked about him, they did.
Yeah, you know, they like his work ethic. You know, this guy's running every route well in the route tree and getting better at it all the time, really honing his game. They expect a pretty good jump out of him as things continue to move on.
And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. It's a 7-yard gain there, and it's good enough to move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his left. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. A really good pickup of 28 yards.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, it was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. That's good for 21 yards and a first down.
They're making it look easy out there. Another first down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 first downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. They keep on the ground with Elliott. Powers through. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
A second down throw for Prescott. And that is caught. Touchdown, Cowboys. 3 touchdown passes now for Dak Prescott. And the Cowboys will extend their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his 2nd touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go.
Hey, 47. Let's go. Let's finish now. 26.
They'll let Elliott try to run it in. And he is going to come up empty here as they stop him short of the goal line. And this will remain a 1-score game as the lead holds at 7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here's the Browns now. They get set for their first possession of the 3rd quarter. And last time the turnover on the fumble, and they were in enemy territory, so that had to be very frustrating. Down on the scoreboard here, can't do it again.
You nailed every part of what was frustrating. Down on the scoreboard, had a drive going, had pushed it past the 50-yard line, so they felt like they were in striking distance, and to come away with nothing, not a good feeling at all, to put it mildly. Now they can't afford to do that again.
Yeah, now can they get that bad taste out of their mouth here? Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets them a first down.
On that play, as you saw the route start to develop downfield, I got the sense that maybe the run would set up for him, and he took full advantage of it and got a big gain on a busted play.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Chubb. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. Defensively, it was Leighton Vander Esch up from his linebacker spot. They run it again with Chubb. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves them with 7 yards to go on 3rd down.
It's interesting going into this game. There was so much talk from both sides about who would control the line of scrimmage. I think we've seen who has it in this one so far.
Well, they bottled him up. He's barely averaging over 3 yards a carry right now. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th. Running for it. Here's Chubb. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That pickup goes for 25. What a flip of the script from 4th down to 1st. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down.
All right, now, look at 56.
From the red zone now, Mayfield. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Breshad Perriman, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Browns are within an extra point of tying this thing up. A little surprising they wouldn't go for 2, but this is up and good. And we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start the drive with Elliott. Nifty move. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Second down, Prescott. Wide open receiver complete. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. 23 yards on the play.
For many teams, the evaluation of tight ends has really changed. We used to wonder about how they would block first and foremost. Now we want to know how these guys can run because we envision them in offenses catch the ball. How much yardage can they gain after that?
And that on display there for a good pickup. So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. Prescott now from the 50. Escaping the pressure right. Throw right side taken in by Gallup. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
And he's able to hook up with Michael Gallup. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. A defensive breakdown allows a pickup of 16 on 4th down. Back now in Arlington. All even as we get ready to start the 4th. Prescott now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. On 2nd down, Elliott. And he takes it down to the 10-yard line. A solid pickup of 13 sets him up 1st and goal.
Another carry for their leader and a good one. It's crunch time. They'll need him to continue to be productive in both the run and passing game in order for them to try and snatch a victory.
It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And the ball situated at the 9. 2nd and goal. They'll try to throw now. Prescott under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
2nd goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
Prescott on 3rd and goal. And this is caught. It's Cooper. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. A big play, but still not enough. Leads to a 4th and goal.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent game. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, of that marker.
There we go, count.
Now Prescott on 4th down. Under pressure, down he goes. Sacked at the 10. He had 3 touchdowns already, but won't get a 4th here. And the Browns are able to come up with a goal line stand.
No. Check. Patriot. All right, now, lucky 56. Lucky 56.
May Mayfield on play action. He's going to look deep for Perriman. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, second down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle it yourselves.
I like that, yeah. There was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On the carry, it's Chubb. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Just a couple there on the second down run. Now they're staring at a 3rd and 8 situation. Here's Mayfield. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw deep right. And he's got a man complete. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. They give him a gain of 38. The big play has him all the way out near midfield for a 1st and 10.
Set. Green 39. Green 39.
Play action now. Here's Mayfield. He's going to look deep down the field. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down.
Gone. Now let's go. Green 30.
Throwing. Mayfield. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Buying time to his left. Now he'll turn and throw. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Cleveland. Breshad Perriman, 51 yards. And the Browns have moved out in front. Point after, right down the middle. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here's the Dallas offense now heading back out onto the field. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence. Not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They play fake to Elliott. Now Prescott on the left side. Gallup's got it. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go back to Elliott. He's been busy. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. They go to Elliott again. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down.
Short gain last 2 plays. Who do you think's excited about that?
Absolutely. This defense, they're saying go right ahead with those. Couple of plays sent them the wrong way, and now they face a 3rd and 14. Back to throw. And that's caught by Beasley. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. So how about that for a chain mover? They're all the way down inside the 40 now for 1st and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he can't hang on to it. That would have sealed it. Instead, second down. The way he's throwing the football today, almost a surprise when he doesn't complete a pass like happened there, but he needs a few more to get his guys downfield.
Well, the way he's thrown it leads him to believe that he's going to get those completions. And that means the guys going out for passes, they'll run even harder because they expect it as well.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10. Now back to the ground with Elliott. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there as they move the chains. First down now, but that clock rolling. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on first down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
A 20th carry here for Elliott. Powerful running. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
Here we go. 26. 26.
They'll pitch it out to Elliott. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game.
Hustle.
He'll look to throw. And he can't hang on. That's definitely going to be one he wishes he had back. Incomplete in the end zone.
Now we're in the situation where the quarterback's got to take full charge of his huddle. Got to totally command it, make sure all eyes are on him. All focus is locked in. Going to call multiple plays and go over different situations and scenarios to make sure everyone is on the same page.
The Cowboys on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. They'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete with just 6 seconds left on the clock. And now time for one final play that has to be obviously in the end zone.
Can't wait to see what they call, but you want to get it to your best player. Sometimes you have to do it by formation. Move everyone to one side, and maybe he gets a one-on-one isolated on the backside.
Down 7, and they've got to go for it here on 4th down. One last shot now for Prescott. That's going to be caught at the 10-yard line. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you primed the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. With that, we say so long from Big D.
Money back. Money back. Money back. Make it like a money back. Money back. God, I do the Maybach on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday. That's just what I say. I say, babe, it's. He said it's a. Them pretty. You look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it behind me. And I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gangsta, don't be talking sideways. He said you look like this. He makes sure he put Cardi down on his list. Now why this? Gonna look at my snap. I take your man and I won't give him back. I just walk into the booth and attack. I hit this button, the roof will collapse. I've been broke my whole life. I have no clue what to do with these racks. Baby lay, race snatch, back, straight back. Got lips like Angelina, belly truck tangerine. Jumping on my, that's why they call it trampoline. Trampoline, back on Monday, Ferrari Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a. Them pretty, you look like Beyonce. Looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah. Money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back. He can tell from the front, I got it pretty too, they look like bridesmaids. And they all gang, so don't be talking sideways. Salty, they sodium, they jelly, petroleum. Always talking in the background, don't never come to the podium. Chef Cardi B, I'm up, I see you like the again. While you was sleeping on me, I make 40 bands by 4 p.m. They be taking everything you want, I'm like a walking. I don't understand what this hate is about. How you go your man with my name in your mouth? I do the Maybach on Monday, for rock Friday. This is sweet Saturday, that's just what I say. I say, babe, it's a, he said it's a, them pretty, you look like Beyonce, looking like money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, yeah, money back, money back, money back, money back, money back, he can tell from the front, I got it behind me, and I park my Bentley truck on my Versace driveway, looking like money back, 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 woo, money back, money back, money back. With me pretty too, they look like bridesmaids, and they all gang, so don't be talking sideways, sideways, sideways.
Trap how G go too fast. I don't need wear no seatbelt. Bad little got no upgrade. Now she got. How about the range on? Who is little baby? He going in. Man, these old rappers getting boring. They be taking shots, I ignore them. Send them to the hood while I'm touring. Making plays out of town like I'm Jordan. Need to go get your. Walk on my way, I'ma score it. Lamborghini, I don't want no Porsches. I'm on fire, don't touch me, I'm torching. Had the fish on my teeth, I went porcelain. Put the time on my back, I'm a horseman. One more year, I'ma make it a Forbes. They load me in the bay like he 40. I be sitting inside of the Moreland. Ain't no screens attached, keeping it cordless. She keep calling, but I keep ignoring it. Ain't no stopping, I'm keeping it foreign. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Man, they can't stop me, I'm going it. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go.
I spent the whole M on some clothes. Got a bonus, I sold out the show. Gonna like a pot on the stove. Yellow AP on all of my. I like when that white on the toes. Picture me riding around in that rose. I put some ice on my wrist, it was swole. Still ain't got time with you. All of these, my body, I got pissed. Somebody keep checking my pose. Walk in the club with no warning, take care of the money. They swing on the. Water on me like the sunny. I shine when it's sunny. This platinum and rose. Gonna out the street when I go to DC. I'ma see the mo.
Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life goes. And I know these be happy if I let you go. Got me walking on a thin line on my tippy toes. Crazy different city with some different. Here we go. Every time I'm gone, I get another. Tryna leave me long, another. I'm like, baby, I know I'm wrong, but this just how life